Hi friends, Micah Supreme here coming at you guys with another reading. So, for today's reading, we're going to do a particular message that's meant especially for you. So, this is for your ears only. I thought that was a cute name for the video, and I'm going to roll with it. So, basically, this reading is just going to be a particular message that is meant for you to hear. It could have something to do with pertain to something that you're doing now, something in the future, or even just bringing up something from the past to hash out. I don't know. I'm not living your life. But for the most part, I think it might be more so for current and maybe even near future events, just from the energy and the vibes that I got so far. But we'll get into it and I'll let you be the judge of that for yourself. So, for pile selection today, we have 4 piles to go through, and I will show you the cards that you're going to be picking for those piles. So for pile 1, we have the fuzzy cat. Look at this cat. Isn't it fluffy? For pile 2, we have the spirit. For pile 3, we have the bear. I love this card. And for pile 4, we have the vessel. So take your time to pick the pile that speaks the most to you, whichever illustration you like the most, or whichever one you connect with the more deeply. Take your time, go through pile selection as many times as you need to, and we will be getting started. Feel free to rewind. But we are going to start getting started. So if you've chosen pile 1 or the fuzzy cat, then this reading is for you. So let's get into it, pile 1. We're going to put this card to the side because this one plays a role at the end of the reading, but we'll pull everything out. The way I have my setup today is more so you guys can hear me and less so about being able to see the cards, because I'd rather you guys be able to hear the message than to look at my pretty cards. All right, so pile 1, I remember this message because I felt like all the messages today were like really harmonious and all the cards came out in sync, which is chef kiss, exactly what I like to see whenever I channel. It makes my job a lot easier. But for you, pile 1, I really get the strong sense that the message that you're meant to hear for your ears only is about honoring your energy and honestly making sure that you respect the person and acknowledge the person that you are, no matter what you're going through. There's also this energy in the message here, making sure that you add a little bit more fun into your life as well. Life doesn't have to be so serious, It's one of the biggest things that I'm hearing and I'm getting from this message. It's okay to have a little bit more fun, to give everything, to give your all, and to really try and to do. And even if you do give your all and you try and you do and you don't succeed, it's still important to realize that, you still did something that you felt strongly about. You still gave your best. You still put your all into something, to anything. And at the end of the day, that's never really a waste. There's a lot of energy here around just really honoring yourself, especially, and I keep saying that because the honoring your energy card came out, and it's it just eclipsed this whole reading. This is really about making sure that you understand who you are and celebrate who you are, pile 1. One of the cards that we have here that really drew my attention is the card, the Mother Star. It's an extra card in one of my decks, but the Mother Star is the culmination of the swords, the cups, the pentacles, and the wand energies. You can even see it here. That all of those elements are present in this one card. This is about gathering all your energies, your mental, your physical, your spiritual, and your passion, all those energies, and bringing it towards something. There's a big shift and a change that's like that's happening, or that will happen once you like actually understand this lesson and understand, just about your energy in general. I get the feeling that some of you guys, you might have a strong tendency to doubt that you can do something, or even just like have a tendency to maybe like put yourself down in a way, sense, or form. It doesn't have to be like full on disparaging, but it's just like you can go and believe in yourself a little bit more than what you're used to, Power One. You people are you people. My Power Ones are actually very competent and, how can I say this? Competent for one, and capable. That's what I'm looking for. You guys are competent and capable people. And that's being reflected here in the colonized room, which is actually one of my favorite rooms. The colonized rooms is the room of the torch, of illumination. It's really about like being able to like bring light and understanding to a situation or to anything. And I think this is what this room is here to tell you. Like, it's here to bring light into you, to let you know like, hey, this is like who you are, Power One. I don't know if you guys have been feeling down lately or anything like that, but I really feel like a lot of love has been given to this power. Like a lot of gushing energy has just been brought out here. The colonized moon is all about letting you know that you have the skills to achieve, have the skills to do something. You have the know-how. If you're feeling like you doubt yourself, or that you can't take on a particular task, project, or even make a particular decision, the energy here is like, one, ease up. Ease up on yourself. Be a little bit more, bring a little bit more levity in here. And when you fully use all your functions, and this is the second message, when you fully use every bit of yourself and like dedicate yourself to something, there's no losing. We have the death card here, showing its face, and this is definitely about like transformation, rebirth, and a new beginning, as it's like actually written in this card. Like, there's a lot of cards that are pointing to a lot of energy here representing a new beginning, closing of a cycle, good luck. You even have the Wheel of Fortune that appeared at the bottom. Good luck, good fortune. There's a strong energy here, Power One, that your spirit guides are trying to lead you to something that's actually going to be very beneficial for you. But you have to be willing to get up and go and do it, and move first. They have the goal right here, ready and set, but you gotta be ready and willing to get up and go, and to like actually do. I think there's a hint in the element of fear here, maybe the fear of failure, the fear of moving forward, because we do have the Five of Cups as well showing up, which is about sorrow, loss, and leaving. Maybe what you know that you must do and you feel like you must do is something that you kind of don't want to do. Something that might either hurt you or like hurt someone else, or maybe it's just like a situation that you're not 120% comfortable with. But the fact of the matter is whatever is happening, you need to put yourself first in this situation, Power One. You need to have a little bit more faith in yourself and in your abilities, and invest and honor your energy, and honor yourself and honor your abilities. Whatever the situation is talking about, Power One, the message that's meant for you to hear is that you need to put yourself first, have a little bit more fun, harness your energies, and go forward. Because at the end of it is something about destiny. There's something about karma, good fortune, good luck, and a closing of a cycle. I always feel that whenever I see the Wheel of Fortune card. Like, even, well, yeah, because we have the Wheel of Fortune, the tens are all about closing, some sort of ending of a cycle, and even the World card is like having to do with like cycles being completed. Cycles is a very big thing in our lives, period. You're being led somewhere that's going to be very beneficial for you, Power One, but you got to believe in yourself, and believe in your abilities, and believe in whatever it is that you pray, that you believe to, and that you understand to be your guiding force. Trust in that. It's not leading you astray. whatever this situation is, if you have a question and you're like, okay, is it about this or something, dig deep, because the answer here is yes, especially with the mother star. Whatever it is that you want is going to lead you to a new beginning. And there's something that you're going to have to leave behind that you might be hesitating to do, that you might not want to do, or something along those lines. But the fact of the matter is that it must be done. It must. If you really care about yourself, care about how your life is going, care about your energy, Power One, what needs to happen is something that's going to put you ahead and something that's meant for you. So to put a little period on your reading, Power One, we're going to pull a card for advice. And the card that you have is, when peace is your priority, negativity cannot exist. It says here, how can you see through the eyes of source? How can you see through the eyes of source energy and prioritize your inner peace? Now, with these cards, they're the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle cards. Shout out to, what does he go by now? Spiritual Gangster, I think. Shout out to Joey for the cards for this particular deck. This is one of my personal favorites. But these cards are actually really beautiful and they're filled with such great messages. I usually just read them outright, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. But honestly, I feel like right off the rip, this is about putting your energy, your peace first. You know, cutting out whatever is that negativity or whatever is causing this Five of Cups energy. Because the Five of Cups is like really out of place here. Like, it's like surrounded by all this goodness, all this life, joy, vivacity, I think it is. But closing this reading, like without like going through the bottom deck card, is the Five of Cups, and there's like sadness, sorrow. But I feel like it's just meaning that there's something that you need to leave behind. So in all situations, we have an option to see. In all situations, we have the options to see the dark or the light, to embrace fear or walk in love. This is a reminder that peace lives in every moment when you make it a priority. You may be stuck in fear, but fear breeds fear. Which means every choice you make in fear will give you even more fear. Instead, relinquish all your control and let love in. Inviting light to all situations will help uplift you and bring you harmony. If there's a situation in your life where you are resisting, look instead at the light within it. And again, that resistance is coming up in that Five of Cups energy. Because source energy and love are in all things. Everything is an expression of the Creator. Seeking to see this truth will bring you unshakable peace. When you realize the divine is in all things, you see that you don't have to resist anything. You just allow. Dive into your true self and make the decision to think and act from love rather than fear. Let me see. Yeah. So that's like a big part of the message here, Power One. Don't look at whatever situation or whatever this. I keep feeling like it might have to be a decision that you have to make or something like that. Don't look at this decision as like, oh, like, yeah, this is a great decision, but like, no, this is a great opportunity and I'm going to take it because I want it. That's how this situation needs to be looked at. You can always find like peace in like any situation or anything that's going on. Like, you know what's the right thing for you to do in this situation, Power One, but you're resisting it. You're resisting doing the right thing for one reason or another. Maybe you're afraid to lose someone, afraid to lose something, or afraid to take a leap to do something new. You know exactly what that is, Power One, but that fear has no place in your life right now. Trust in yourself, trust in whatever it is that you believe in, and trust in your knowledge, your skills, and your abilities. And you will see yourself through this, Power One. So that's your reading, Power One. If you found this to be enlightening or, right on the nose, right on the money, exactly what you needed to hear, then you can leave a like and please comment if you want to as well. I Definitely appreciate those. And more importantly, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. I want to thank you so much for your time and your energy, Pile One. Uh, be blessed and prosper. Bye. If you've chosen Pile 2, the spirit, then this reading is for you. All right, my Pile 2s. This particular card here will come out towards the end of your reading. This is your advice. So I will be setting this one to the side. And we will be getting into the cards here. Oh, that's right. This was this pile. I remember now. I feel like for this particular pile, I feel like the spirit card might really play a relevant part here. So I'm gonna keep that out. So pile 2. The reason why I had that reaction is because I feel like this particular pile, I don't know if it's like a warning or if it's just like, a confirmation for some. It might be a confirmation for some and a warning for others. The cards that you have here is all about learning a lesson. But the most importantly, the card that comes out that always sends up red flags whenever I see it is Nemesis. Now, the Nemesis card says that there's some wrongdoing that's happening in your life that you're probably either, with the next card, you're probably like is aware of on maybe a subconscious or unconscious level, but like consciously you might not be aware of it, or you might just be refusing to see it with the Two of Swords here. The Nemesis card lets you know like something unjust is happening. All right, something not kosher is happening either behind, more than likely is happening behind your back without you knowing, or with you only having an inkling of it, pile 2. Something not good is happening. And the Nemesis card tells you, one, to pray to Nemesis, but not everyone likes praying to different gods or different energies or anything like that. But the main energy here, the main important takeaway from this card is to don't act. Okay? Everything will like reveal itself in time. But if you have an inkling, like if you have like a gnawing sensation that something isn't right, trust that and know that it's on point. But the details of what's happening will reveal itself in time. You even have the Lagos rune here, or the Logos rune, Lagos, whatever, the lake rune. This is all about like subconscious communication with your subconscious mind. It's about going through life experiences and life lessons and being able to navigate them. And you even have the teaching card here, which lets me know like, hey, this might be a teaching moment for you, or might be a moment where you can teach someone something else. But the fact of the matter is like all this energy here is just pointing towards something that's like rumbling in the background, a life lesson that's waiting to be taught. And the biggest thing here is that, you might not be fully aware of it. You might have a sense or like know it on an unconscious level, but consciously you're just not aware because a lot of stuff is happening behind your back or behind the scenes. Yeah. And this is why I felt like the spirit was like really here, because I feel like your spirit knows what's going on. Your spirit guides, angels, the beings that protect you, knows what's going on. They see it and you can feel it a little bit, but you're just not aware. We have the Queen of Pentacles, and I felt like the Queen of Pentacles is like usually court cards, either like in readings like this, they symbolize a certain kind of person. With the Queen of Pentacles, this could be someone that like comes off as like a little bit of a provider. I felt like this could be like maybe your mother, someone's mother, or someone who's a mom or expecting to be a mom. And this could be like the center point of the reading is this Queen of Pentacles. Whatever it is, whatever is happening here, like I feel like it might be centered around a woman. But if that's not resonating with you, then the Queen of Pentacles could just be advice to just remain calm, continue to do your thing, be the kind and loving person that you are while everything is being sorted out. The next card was the Magician, is the Magician in reverse. Now the Magician in reverse speaks of doubting yourself, doubting your competency, doubting your power, doubting your ability to achieve or to do or to harness your energy. With the Magician in reverse, I get the feeling like you're not trusting that gut feeling that something is wrong. You might be trying to explain it away or discounting it or trying to rationalize it. And that's not what you need to be doing right now. You need to trust whatever alarms is ringing in your head or ringing in your ears, pal, to trust those alarms that are going off because they're telling you, right? They're warning you about something like some sort of conflict that's happening because the Five of Swords is a serious conflict. This is, because it's people coming at with swords. Like swords can kill. The Five of Swords speaks of like arguments, like debate, stuff that's become a little bit more serious. I think there's a confrontation in your future, Pile 1. I'm Pile 2. I think there's a confrontation in your future, and it could be between you and someone else or between you and multiple people. I'm not sure. But there's definitely something here about a confrontation that's happening, and you know that it needs to happen or know that it's going to happen, but you're kind of like hoping that it doesn't or wishing that it doesn't or, refusing to see that it will happen. Like the Two of Swords is being willingly blind to something. Like either being, it's willingly blind in this situation because you have that gut feeling. You feel it intuitively, but you're choosing not to see it, not to acknowledge it, and not to understand it. You're trying to explain it away, Pile 2. But the fact of the matter is that there's a confrontation hitting your way, and something is going to have to be sorted, and something is going to come to light, Pile 2. Something's going to come to light. So I'm going to do something special for Pile 2, and I'm going to pull a little bit of extra cards here. Just for you, Pile 2, because no one likes being left in the dark about stuff like this. So tell me, what is this Five of Swords about for Pile 2? What is this Five of Swords about? No, that's too many cards. Well, the first card that actually came out upright is the Ten of Pentacles. So this could have something to do with a situation around money. And there is the Queen of Pentacles there. Like I said, it could be a mother or a provider or some sort. But the source of this seems to be around like money. And I don't think it's like small money. I think it could be like something like an issue around inheritance, maybe generational wealth, maybe something that's like meant to be passed down or something like that. Maybe even an heirloom. I don't know. But there's a conflict around, we'll just say something having to do with money. Let's get another card here. This one. The Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is like adventure, travel. Someone's been spending their money on traveling. Like the Three of Wands is like actually executing a plan. Ten of Pentacles, Three of Wands. Let's get one more card around this situation. But it definitely has something to do with money and the way that the money is being used in the world in reverse. Right. That's causing things to like be stagnated. That's not allowing a situation or like life to progress. maybe someone is spending money irresponsibly. Maybe it's like a life insurance money that you got from someone, or maybe it's like some sort of inheritance, or I keep feeling like it's like something inheritance, because the Ten of Pentacles is not just money. The Ten of Pentacles is like money that's meant for like a family, or money that's like passed down through generations. So this is like a big deal. Like this is like family affecting money. And it's just, I feel like with the Three of Wands, it's just being spent frivolously. But the fact of the matter is that this is like intentional, because the Three of Wands comes after the Two. This was planned. Someone been eyeing something that they've been wanting or wanting to do. And they're taking like family money and doing it, and it's causing a lot of problems with the world in reverse. It's not allowing things to be wrapped up. Like maybe, I hate to say this, like maybe someone is spending money meant for funeral expenses on frivolous things, or like maybe spending inherited life insurance money on things that, instead of like actually getting a house fixed or doing repairs or doing something responsible, they're spending it on something that's really just not meant to, that's not causing any change or progress. And you might know that this is happening, or you might see that this is happening, but you're refusing to either act on it, refusing to say anything, or refusing to even acknowledge it, pile too. But there's something here about like generational wealth, generational money being spent in a way that is not supposed to. And this could have something to do with a mother, a sister, or even just like someone outside your family. I truly don't know. Let me get a little bit of clarity on the Queen of Pentacles here. The Seven of Cups, an illusion, a lie. The Ace of Pentacles, again, that money coming up. Something about an opportunity or a new beginning that this person has been promising, or should be promised, has been promising. But the Queen of Wands here is letting me know it's been spent on themselves. Like this is about them like taking care of their own needs, doing what they want. The Queen of Pentacles might really just be a Queen of Wands in disguise. Someone that's coming off as loving, caring, and like a provider, but deep down inside, like there's a new source of money or something that's coming in that's showing them, that's causing them to go into Queen of Wands energy, like more independent girl boss. I'm about myself and I'm gonna do what I want kind of energy. You know, this might be uncharacteristic for that person, or it might just be a side of them that they don't show anyone else, but you kind of always knew was there. I'm not sure, pal, too. And I don't really be reading too much into mess, but this is mess. Plain and simple. But either way, there's a lesson here that something is happening without your knowledge, or like without your conscious knowledge. You might be aware of it unconsciously, but it's happening, and there's a life lesson that's waiting to be taught. And it definitely has something to do with money, because we have Pentacles and Wands all through this reading. All through like the clarification cards, it's all Pentacles and Wands. So something's going on here. So let's get some advice for your situation. And the advice is, trust your faith. Dive into the unfolding journey. What is your faith asking of you? I'm going to read this card for you. And this is from the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle. Shout out to, I think he goes by the Spiritual Gangster now. But shout out to Joey for the deck. Has fear been holding you back? When things seem uncertain, worry can set in. Fear would do its best to stop you in your tracks, but this is a reminder that the unknown is not something to be frightened by, but excited about. Consider that the fear you feel is not inspired by darkness, but by excitement. Fear and excitement are two sides of the same coin. When you look at the unknown path ahead, instead of falling into fear, activate excitement. Just like the woman in the desert in this design, You are on an adventure. The desert is symbolic of the obstacles that stand between you and your dreams. You can learn to accept the desert, the journey, and even listen to it. The space between where you were and where you are going is where life happens. You are being guided every step of the way. Keep your spirits high and expect miracles. Uh, Only thing like, yeah, I think with this whole thing with the fear is like I said, like is this might be a situation that you're kind of that you know, but you're not really not saying anything about or refusing to look at because of maybe it's because you're scared in some way, shape, or form, scared to confront the person, scared of what confronting that person might do to your relationship with that person, or a whole different set of fear in and of itself. But once this situation comes to light, don't be afraid to say what you need to say, do what you need to do, and move on in a way that you need to move on, pal, too. Don't be afraid of leaving behind people who lie to you and who do these kind of things. You can always forgive at a later date, but it's always important to take action and let people like that know that their actions have consequences. I'm feeling like the message here is also to trust your gut. Trust in wherever you feel like you get your energy, your premonition, your ability from. Trust in that source because it's not leading you astray. Trust in it. But don't allow like the message or like the feeling that you're getting to cause you to like be in fear because this isn't something to be afraid of. This is something to be like, okay, I know that this is happening and this is my chance to like make a change in my life or to make a change. This is a teaching moment for you and for whoever else is involved in this. Teach them about the consequences of their actions and for you to realize just how capable you are either without this person or just as someone like who's just intuitive. Either way, I feel like now that you're not being blindfolded anymore after seeing this reading, things are going to become a lot more clear. And the only thing you have to do is just wait for the situation to unfold. Wait for your intuition to be proven right, and then take the action that you know that you're going to take whenever it comes to light. This has been kind of messy, but it is what it is. I'm just the delivery boy. I don't craft the messages. So if this reading resonated with you, if it struck a nerve or hit a nail on the head for you, please leave a like and a comment. It goes a long way in supporting my channel. And if you're watching this and you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. It goes a long way in helping and supporting my channel. And I can't do anything but be appreciative and to give my grateful thanks. So I want to thank you again for your time and energy, pal, too. And please be blessed. Bye. If you've chosen pile 3, the bear, then this reading is for you. All right, so let's put this to the side and see what we got here for our pile 3s. This card here is your advice card. It'll come into play at the end of the reading. But for now, let's see what we got here. Right, this was this pile. Okay. Now remember this. So pile 3. The message that's for your ears has a lot to do about like a change that's happening. Something that's meant to like really like cleanse all the negativity that's been kind of brewing and festering in your life, and a little bit of a purification. We see this because the card that you have is the Holy Water card that came out for you. It's about clearing away and cleansing negative energy, taking in more water, drinking more water in your life, being a little bit more like health conscious and things of that nature. But more importantly, the Holy Water card says like to expect like some sort of miracle, or expect some good news or something good to happen uh, at some point in the future. There's something very important here about the energy of like fate, of destiny, or about like luck or chance. Like something happening by serendipity, by what seems like a coincidence, or more importantly, fate. It's something that's gonna like be that's gonna feel like home to you, or like remind you of home, or like more importantly, feel like it's somewhere, or make you feel like you belong, or that you belong. Because honestly, I'm gonna stop beating around the bush. I feel like you're gonna be meeting a person. I'm just put it out there, Pal 3. I feel like you're gonna be meeting a person. Now, this person could be a friend, it could be a lover. Like, there's a lot of energy here around like a person that's like really meant to come in and like really lighten your mood, lighten your energy, make you feel lucky that you met them and have them in their life, and someone that's going to feel like home or remind you of home, or maybe someone from your hometown. What we have here is the Lovers and the Six of Cups, and the Lovers is the sixth card. We have the Six of Cups, and even at the bottom is the Six of Pentacles. It's just a lot of like good energy there, because six is the number of like transition, of going from like negative to positive, because 555 is like the number of like of change. Okay, that's the number I tell people to be like a little wary of, because if you see repeating fives, it usually means that some sort of change is happening, and change can usually be like pretty tumultuous, or it could be good. But when you and people hate me when I say this, but 666 is not the number of the devil. That's 656. Okay, that's 656. But 666 is just a myth. All right, it's a myth. It's not substantiated anywhere in the Bible for real, as being a number of the devil. In fact, if you look at an angel number, 666 is a very positive number. It's a number of harmony, of change, of not just change, but like a movement into balance, or like a movement into better energy. It's a transition. And what I'm seeing here, especially with the Lovers and the Six of Cups, and honestly, I feel like this is just like the wham bam combo. The Lover and the Six of Cups speaks of you coming together with someone from your past. Now, this could be like someone that you knew as a child, someone that because the Six of Cups usually refer to childhood. It could be someone that you knew from like your past, like as a child, or like when you were younger, maybe even as a teen. And this is about you, I feel like, having a chance encounter with this person. It could have been like someone that you crushed on, like had a real bad crush on when you was like maybe in high school, if you're a little bit older, or maybe someone that had a crush on when you was a kid, if you're like a teenager or something. But the biggest energy that I'm really, really getting here is that there's a reunion, because the Six of Cups is also about the reunion as well. This is energy here of like reuniting or a reunion with someone that seems to be by coincidence, or like that seem to be driven by fate. That's going to bring renewed energy into your life. You're going to be lucky that you met this person. And if you want to be egotistical, this person's going to be lucky that they met you too. If you really can't just stand to just keep hearing that. But the fact of the matter is, you're going to be lucky that you met this person. They're going to remind you of home, or make you feel like you're at home. Make you feel like it's okay to be you. And that's always super, super important when you're looking for a mate. Word of warning though, we do have the Knight of Pentacles here. So don't expect the situation to be like a whirlwind thing. Don't expect it to happen quickly, and don't expect to meet this person like tomorrow. Or you could meet this person like tomorrow, but just realize that this situation is going to take time to develop. Like, one of the biggest things here is don't try to rush this. Don't try to like really force it too much. you need to let it progress naturally. You need to let it progress naturally, and that's the best way to get like the whole full benefits of this. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Six of Pentacles, which speaks of like actually receiving aid and help, or maybe even giving aid or giving help. I feel like this person is going to come at a time where, or is coming in at a time where you like kind of need someone. You could be going through a lot, like maybe even financially or even energetically, because the Pentacles do also represent life force energy and not just finances. It could be a period where you're going through something like real heavy energetically, but this person comes in as if by fate, by chance, by coincidence, and help turn and start turning things around for you. That's really what I'm getting here, and this is like the biggest message that I got from this pile 3. I'm trying to find other ways to slice it that's not romantic in nature. This could also, yeah, here was the other thing that I came up with. If it's not romantic in nature, then it's just meeting a friend. Even though I don't see like the Three of Cups here or anything like that, but there's also no Two of Cups that represents like, you know, that coming together. But the Six of Cups is enough for me to know, like, you know, this is someone from your past or someone that you've met before, someone that you've had some sort of kind of dealings with. And this can be either a reconciliation or a reunion. You'll know it when it happens because it's going to seem like this is the perfect person that you need right now. Or they're going to come in and be that perfect person that you need right now. And you can, hopefully you think back to this reading and realize like, okay, well, let me not mess this up by moving too fast, asking too much, or just doing too much in general. Don't mess this up, pile 3. But the fact of the matter is like patience, taking things slow, and just allowing this situation to grow and develop. I keep hearing in my head just equally yoked. Like, let's just like keep coming into my head. Like, and I don't know what that means to you, but I think equally yoked is like being like compatible, like being a good match for each other. Like, you know, you have this person have this as well. You're healed, or this person's healed as well. Like, and this is what I'm really getting from the Six of Pentacles, is like a sense of balance and harmony between the both of you. And it's just going to really, and I think that's going to be the big reason, like if this is someone from the past that, you know, you might have to reconcile with, or like it's coming to reconcile. The fact of the matter is that you'll be able to see that this person has changed, but that's going to take time for that situation to develop and for it to, you know, to progress in that way. You know, don't expect it to be like you pick up on it like almost instantaneously. Give it time. I think this pile is going to be a little bit on the short side, so let's get to your advice. And your advice is to breathe. Pile 3, breathe. This moment matters most. How can you focus on the moment and appreciate all that is well? What I instinctively got from this is that, you know, like I said, with the Prince of Pentacles or the Knight of Pentacles, is that this is something that's going to take some time to develop. Again, you might not meet this person tomorrow or next week or maybe even next month. I know most of my readings have a tendency to like, I usually give a time frame of like maybe 1 to 3 months, because that's normally where what I read about tends to take place, unless I set a specific intention for a certain time. But for the most part, I usually give like my readings like 1 to 3 months in order for it to take place. And that hasn't failed me yet. So somewhere in between maybe the next 1 to 3 months. And that's just the time period I'm putting on this. It could very well be longer, but somewhere within the next 1 to 3 months, this situation might play out. But what matters most is you focusing on the now. But that's what I get intuitively from this card. So I'm going to read it because these cards are very good, and the messages that come with them are usually awesome. So I usually just read from the book with this particular deck. And that's what I'm going to do here. The present moment is the key to your freedom. Learning how to be present is the greatest path to liberation. When you overthink, you are trapped and cannot reach a solution. The ego will try to convince you that the present moment doesn't matter, that only the past and the future have importance. But this is the trick it plays to keep you frantic. The present moment offers calm, and when you are in peace, the ego cannot exist. You are being asked to free yourself from overthinking the past and worrying about the future by being in this present moment. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath in, breathe out, and do this again for a total of 3 times. As you breathe in, you allow more oxygen into your system, which helps as a purification. Again, there go that word again. Which helps as a purification and a grounding support. Your breath can help transform your experience of life. Take this moment to connect with it. Spend time each day focusing on your breath for 3 to 5 minutes and watch how you shift to a more balanced state. When you use your breath to connect to the moment, you also move past your mind's perception and ego worries. Whatever this moment contains, choose to be in it fully and connect to it with deep, nourishing breaths of self-love and gratitude. This particular card has an additional meaning as well. Further healing can come from the design in this card's image. The natural citrine crystals are part of the oracle reading. With its pure yellow energy, citrine encourages fullness of life, fresh beginnings, and new pursuits. Citrine does not hold or accumulate natural and negative energy, but rather transmutes, dissipates, and grounds it, making it extremely protective for your environment. Further confirmation that you are safe and secure. Also note how the flower of life sacred geometry, this has been used since ancient times in many cultures around the world to symbolize creation. It reminds us of the unity of everything. We are all built from the same blueprint. Well, that's the additional meaning. But honestly, message being the same. Don't worry about this whole situation. If you did just meet someone or if you're currently going through it right now, focus, stay rooted in the present, okay? Don't start thinking about your guys' future and don't harp too much on the past that you guys may have. Focus on the now and focus on building together with each step in each way. Don't try to rush it. Don't try to push it. Don't try to do too much, Pile 3. Everything is going to advance and take its due course in due time. So that's your message, Pile 3. I hope it resonated. If it did, or if you like this message in particular, please leave a like and a comment if you feel like you want to. But more importantly, subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Though all 3 of those things go a long way in supporting my channel and allowing other people and more people to experience my readings. I want to thank you so much for your time and your energy, Pile 3, and I appreciate you for being here. Be blessed and have a great day. Bye. If you've chosen Pile 4, the vessel, then this reading is for you. So let's get into it, yeah? This card here is your advice card. We will set it to the side and it will come into play at the end of the reading. But let's see what we have here for you. Was this pile? Okay. I remember this pile. So Pile 4. The message that's meant for your ears only, or is meant for you to hear, is this particular message is something that I can resonate with, so we might be kindred spirits in this regard, Pile 4. But honestly, the message for you right now is to really take note of your life right now. It might seem like you're not having too much forward momentum or not too much traction, or it just might seem like, things are still like cooking and in progress and in transition for you. And the fact of the matter is that that's very true. Things are still just happening. Like things are still just like in a planning stage for you in this particular moment and in this particular cycle. But the fact of the matter is that you get to choose and shape this moment, Power Four. The most important thing you need to realize is that even though, like, with the cauldron card here, being in the womb, and you even have the Ingalls room of being like in a seed or a gestational period, both the womb and the Ingalls speaks of like being, on both the cauldron and the Ingalls speaks of like a womb-like state of like where you're being shaped, molded, and filled with nutrients, supplement. It's just like growing. With both of these cards in conjunction, with the rune and the witch's card in conjunction, it's telling me that right now is the moment where you're shaping your life. Like right here, right now, this very moment. You're shaping your life and what you want it to look like, Power Four. And I think you should really one of the things I'm really getting is be mindful of what you're adding to the cauldron, what you're adding to your life. You should be trying to fill this moment with positive experience, things that's going to help you advance towards your goals, things that's going to like actually help facilitate happiness, peace, and fulfillment in your life. Even though things aren't really moving, now it's the time to start setting seeds that you want to see like planted and seen growing in the future. The biggest thing here is discernment, figuring out what's right for you and what's not right for you, and not really, because the discernment card in and of itself is saying don't look at experiences as both good and bad. Just think of them as like interesting, like this interesting that this happened. How does this make me feel, and why do I feel this way? This is an important time of you getting to know yourself, getting to shape your life experience, and shaping what you want and shaping how you want it to go. Start planting good seeds, start making good impressions, start doing those things that you know that you might need or want to do for your future. Do those things. Don't just put them off until tomorrow or say, oh, I'll get to it eventually, or yada, 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 excuses, excuses, excuses. Now it's the time to start building the life that you building and walking towards the life that you honestly truly want. That moment, that time is now, Power Four. We have the Two of Wands and the King of Wands coming up here, which is exactly the energy that I'm seeing here. The Two of Wands is all about thought and planning, but the King of Wands is someone that has conquered and have done already, and that's been there and done it. What I'm really getting here is like plan your conquest. What is it that you want to do? And then eventually you'll be able to do it. This isn't like the card of like actually sit around and just being and planning forever and nothing ever gets done. The King of Wands is a doer. It's someone who has already done and is looking to do more. If you feel like you just constantly just, I feel like this might be a break in the action for some of you. Like you just feel like you've just been doing and doing and doing, and you don't really have like too much to show for it. Well, now it's the time to like actually plan a little bit more and then to start doing. Like, don't take your past achievements and like kind of discard them or belittle them or think little of it. Like you've done the things that you've done for a reason. You need to be proud of the things that you achieved in your life, Power Four. You need to be proud. Even if you might feel like you have nothing to show for it, even if you feel like that you should have more, if you start getting into like that energy of comparison with other people, like really break out of that and don't allow that to like dictate your life. Your achievements are your achievements, Power Four, and you've done what you did, and you need to be happy and be proud of that and plan to do even more. And that's what I'm really getting here. Some of you guys, like your goal might just to be able to have like a stable and secure life. The Queen of Pentacles is a family woman, like, or family man. If you're a guy and this resonates with you, being a family man or a family woman. It seems like some of you guys just want to like have a life where you can be comfortable, where you can provide for those that you care for, have enough money to support yourself, and to just have I'm feeling a very humble existence. Like it's like a very like very human life. You just want to reach your goals and then be able to like support your children or raise children and like really pass stuff on to the next generation. That's the energy that I'm getting here with the Queen and the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands together. You wanna achieve and pass stuff on and like achieve so that you can take care of a family or take care of your husband or your wife or your kids. There's a big sense here, like, you're not dreaming like extra big. You're having a very human dream. You just want to achieve and get things done so you can have a sense of security and stability in your life, so you can set roots, so that you can grow and take care of your responsibilities and your children. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The card at the bottom deck is the Three of Cups. And I'm getting many messages for this. Is one, you're not going to be doing this alone. You can't really achieve this alone. And two, again, come back to the message of celebration and celebrating where you've been. One of the biggest things that I think you need to do right now in Pile 3 is like bring more levity, a little bit more joy, and a little bit more happiness into your mindset and into your life. You might be putting down yourself or disparaging yourself a little bit too much, Pile 4. Because, like I said, you might not think you're where you want to be in life or you have what you feel like you should have. But the fact of the matter is that you need to be a little bit more, have a little bit more celebrations of yourself and your achievements. You've done some amazing things in your life, and you need to really take the time out to appreciate that. And I feel like that's just going unnoticed. Like, maybe because it didn't yield the results that you wanted it to yield or something like that. But the fact of the matter is you need to be a lot more happy and not disparage and put down yourself for the things that you managed to achieve so far. Those are beautiful things that you managed to do, and not everyone can do what you did. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull your advice card, because I feel like this message is short, sweet, and if it's meant for you, this message is already hidden and you already know what's up. So, your advice card, I'm glad I channeled this message this way, and like this is exactly what I got, because this was the icing on the cake for me. And this card says, everyone is on their own journey. How can you focus more on your own path? And again, this card is telling you, like, everyone's on their own journey. You achieve what you achieve because that's your life path. It's what you're meant to do. It's your life. But I'm gonna read the card because it puts it puts it a little bit more poignant. It puts it better, and it speaks it a little bit better. So, here. When we dive deeper into a personal growth journey, we awaken to more of our natural essence. We start to see the path forward with more clarity, and this can invigorate us. You pulled this card as a reminder that every person on the planet is on their own journey, and your path is for you. We all have the same destination, to arrive at the truth of the love we are, but the ways we reach this awareness differ. Know that you have different soul lessons from those around you. You can still honor your own growth while allowing others to be where they are. This calls for radical, compassionate acceptance. So often we want those around us to be where we are or do what we want, but this is not the law of life. Let people be in their own time and space and focus on your own journey, and you will empower others with your presence. We also have an additional meaning for this card in particular. The dolphin spirit animal represents harmony and balance. Dolphins are intelligent and in tune with their natural instincts. You may call on dolphin energy to help you realign to your center and focus on your own path with more joy, like I said. The dolphin is playful and doesn't take life too seriously, a further reminder to approach your life with more humor and joy. So yeah, Pile 4, remember that everyone's path is different. Your path isn't going to look like your brother's or your sister's or that cousin that everyone can't stop talking about. Your life is your life, and you have different lessons to learn from other people, and other people's life move at a different pace, and so does yours. Honor your journey, have a little bit more fun. It's okay to let loose a little bit more, Power Forward, to go out more and have a little bit more fun and to celebrate if you want or if you feel like you can. It's important to do those things. But more importantly, don't fall into the trap of comparison, Power Forward, because comparison is the thief of joy. I say that a lot on this channel to remind myself and to remind others that when you start looking over into other people's yards, the grass may seem greener, but it's always important to tend to your own yard and your own garden first before you start trying to look around and seeing what everyone else got. Remember that your life is your life, your path is your path, and it's beautiful in its own way because it's especially sculpted and created for you. Remember that, honor that, and love yourself, Power Forward. That's very important for you to hear. So if this message hit the nail on the head for you, if it resonated, please leave a like and a comment. Please, those go a long way in helping my channel. And more importantly, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. All those things go a long, long way in supporting my channel and allowing more people to see my readings and hear my message. And I just want to say I greatly appreciate your time and your energies, Power Forward. You are loved. I love you. And, Father loves you too. So take the time out to really appreciate that and to connect today. So I want to thank you for your time and your energy, Power Forward. So please be blessed and have a wonderful day. Bye.